don't lose touch with your friends or sacrifice your needs for your child. Instead, do have a life outside of parenting and take care of your own needs, right? Many parents, especially mothers, fall into the trap of martyrdom. We cancel plans, we skip workouts, we ignore our own needs, telling ourselves it's for the kids. But when we chronically put ourselves last, we end up resentful, depleted, and far less patient with the very children we're sacrificing for. So it doesn't make a lot of sense, right? So do instead have a life outside of parenting and take care of your own needs. Parenting is a marathon, not a sprint. To show up with presence, to show up with compassion, you need to feel resourced yourself. And this means carving out time for your friendships, hobbies, movement, rest, and joy, right? Self-care is not an indulgence. It is not selfish. It is fuel for you to show up for this incredibly demanding time in your life. So, for an example, maybe you love yoga, but you haven't been to a class in months. Instead of skipping it again, you tell your partner, I'm going to go to yoga on Thursday night. Can you handle bedtime? Your child might protest the change, but in the long run, they'll see a model of what it looks like to prioritize health and balance, and you're going to come back more grounded and also better able to handle the next meltdown with patience instead of snapping. So don't sacrifice your needs for your kids. Instead, do have a life outside of parenting and take care of your needs. And now finally, number 5, don't be a helicopter parent. And what are we going to do instead? We are going to encourage our kids to have some independence by giving the skills they need to be in the world. So it's really natural to want to protect our kids from struggle, right? But when we hover, when we micromanage or rush to solve every problem, we actually send the message of, I don't believe you can handle this. So kids grow up less resilient and more dependent on us. That's not what we want. We want to give them skills to be independent actors in the world doing things, right? And not that they have to do everything on their own, but they need to be able to do things like, go do their chores, go to the playground, go down to the corner store and buy bubblegum, right? Like these things that many of us growing up took for granted. So true confidence comes from facing challenges, making mistakes, and learning how to get back up again. When we step back and let our children try and even sometimes fail, they develop grit, problem solving, and self-trust. So what does this mean? This means scaffolding our kids, teaching them skills. That means going into doing the learning ladder, right? The learning ladder is first, I do it for you, then I do it with you, then we do it together, and then you, well, that's I do it with you. Hold on. First I do it for you, then I do it with you, then I watch you do it, and then you do it on your own, right? So this is how we learn to do all kinds of things, from walking down the street to the park, to doing your homework, to doing your chores, to doing all kinds of things, to crossing a road. So let's take an example. Your 10-year-old forgets their homework at home. This is a great age for, instead of rushing to deliver it, you actually let them face the natural consequences of explaining it to their teacher. And later you might say something like, I know that was tough. What could help you remember homework tomorrow? So you're not rescuing, and you allow them to kind of have that experience of failure within the safe confines of your home, right? And they get to experience what that feels like, manage those feelings, and they experience responsibility. And then you can coach them, not control them, but coach them in how to find their own solutions.